So in this video, we're essentially taking a step back for a moment. So it's going to include some clips of me teaching and facilitating a little bit of a conversation that we had around the larger theme of the emancipated city and how that might influence our final performance. This video will also include interviews that the artists did with each other, except for an interview that I did with Max, who had to leave early on that day. And not all the artists were able to get interviewed, but you'll get a snippet of some of their thoughts and reflections so far in the process.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing to capture what your ideas are, because I think that Maria, you brought up like an idea, and then that spawned a bunch of other ideas. Like other people were like, "Ooh, what about this?" So that's what I mean, because we were talking about these big words of like freedom, but then it felt a little stuck. Like I wasn't getting a lot from people about what that actually meant to you. But then the second that we started talking about stories, I feel like we got a lot more specific about, and people started even saying like, "Oh, I can see if we did this." What's that? Crimes? Yeah. Well, at this point, this is kind of an initial process for those of us who are able to stay focused on it. This is the initial sort of just like getting our ideas out there. Like we don't have to, what's really great is that we don't have to perform tomorrow, we don't have to perform next week. We have a couple more months to perform, but I think it's important to start this thinking process, this like, okay, what is it that we actually care about amongst this group right here, and what's unique to this group?
How did you feel in the beginning of doing this acrobat?
Because I wasn't really sure about what acrobatics really entailed, I didn't know what to expect, but I felt fairly confident in what I can do, so I was fairly ready.
And how do you feel now?
With how the group's been going, for sure, I definitely feel a lot more confidence. I already trusted everybody in the group, but now I trust them even more. They've shown that they can do the acrobatics beautifully. Give or take one or two little mistakes, but the mistakes actually pay off in the end.
What type of things did you learn in class?
I learned how to do the caterpillar and how I love to fly, love to be the flyer, and I need to improve being the basics.
I have one last question for you. Now that you have time in this class, did the class meet your expectations?
Yes, I think all of it.
Thank you.
My name is Eucaris Jimenez.
Hi, Eucaris. I'm going to ask you some questions about conversations and motion class. And my first question is, what did you thought about it when conversations and motion started?
When conversations in motion classes started at the very beginning, or no, before the class started, I thought that the class was going to be boring, and I thought that the class was going to be like about talking and writing. I didn't expect what is now.
How did you feel after you took your first classes of conversations and motion?
When we first started to take classes, I was very excited because we were doing acrobatics, and I didn't know we were doing acrobatics. So I just want to keep coming and keep doing acrobatics all the time now.
How do you feel now about conversations and motion?
Now I feel like, ooh, I want to live this class because I really love it, and I feel like I'm learning a lot in this class, and I feel like I can make good teamwork with my peers because all of them are really nice people, and I have really good confidence in all of them.
Does the class meet your expectation?
Yes, completely. Like this class was is what I really wanted. Like a class where I can be moving all the time, where I'm not going to fall asleep because I'm boring. So like I'm really happy with the class now.
Okay, so how did you feel when you first came to the program?
I was really excited because I have a lot of energy and I really thought I could bring a lot to the group. And as an added bonus, I really just love to like do stuff like this because I've never done it before, and it's awesome.
And how do you feel now?
If you thought awesome was a bit good enough word, I just feel spectacular because this group is amazing and I love the people here. Everyone works together very, very well, and we're very, very comfortable with each other constantly. So I really think that we can like shine and strive and do really hard tasks and get a lot done and be awesome.
On the first week of conversations in motion, I felt that I was not physically able to do a lot of stuff, but I was really excited and looking forward to do it. And I'm not sure how I felt about the group. We worked pretty well, so I had good feelings, there were good vibes, so we all got along, so it makes sense that now we're all like little pals doing whatever. And I think I'm much more able to physically do stuff now that my body and the rest of the group is able to do more stuff physically as well, now that we've practiced and gotten to know each other a little bit better and stuff like that.
So that's why I always ask people like, oh, is there anything else that I'm not formally asking you that you want to say about the topic?
It's very fun. Very, very fun. Much funner than I expected. I mean, I expected it to be very fun, but it's like, what? I look forward to this. This is awesome.